I want to be spit roasted by sound. Welcome back to the podcast that happens every week. Every week. We do this every week.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. This gets recorded all the time.
It's definitely the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yep. Definitely is not 2024 in April that we have decided to restart recording.
Nearly halfway into the next year.
It really has been like 6 months.
It's been so long.
Wow, holy cow.
So we got Colton, Zach, and Gage today, and me, Dylan.
Hey.
I know you guys have forgotten our voices. So what are we talking about today?
You're gonna talk about the food we're eating?
Well, the food we did eat while I was fixing the technical problems of this 15-year-old computer was McDonald's and candy.
Kit Kats.
Kit Kats specifically.
Okay, I'll go first.
Good idea.
So,
because I don't have any points.
I got several. I've been writing down several things.
Sorry, you spit on this table.
I did.
Okay, so I have wrote here work stories, but one of my favorite ones. So I work in contracting, so I'm in and out of a bunch of random different houses and different buildings, building stuff. So we went back to one of the job sites in Imlay City. That is at there's a lot of really old houses in Imlay City. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a specific, you go like past downtown Imlay City, there's like a bunch of really old houses. And this guy, this like doctor, I think he is, owns this one just as like, because it's like cool. But it's like pipes froze because they weren't winterized right. So anyway, we had to redo like the whole inside of his house. And there was a painter there who was working by himself.
Austrian?
No. He was in painting the house, and me and my buddy that I was working with, we showed up to just like do a couple minor things, and he pointed out, he's like, dude, I'm glad somebody else is here. He's like, I've been working by myself in this house for like 3 days. I swear this house is haunted. And he's like, it's freaking me out, man, because it's an old house. And he isn't the first guy to say like some weird, creepy stuff happened. So I was like, yeah, I can understand how that's like terrifying. He's like, yeah, I'm super glad you guys are here. Within 5 minutes, we were gone. We were coming back, but it was just like we were driving to get materials. I mean, we were gone within like 10 minutes, and I just like, I was sitting there and I thought about it. I was like, he just said, like, he was glad we were there, and we didn't even say we were leaving. We just
probably just thought you were fucking
Imagine he's still hearing someone upstairs. Or
that guy's
like
probably
like,
losing his mind. Like, he's
like, did I just fucking talk to like 6 ghosts? What the hell?
So that was pretty funny. I was just like, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes after we left, I was like, we didn't even say anything. we just
didn't even say goodbye.
No.
That's funny as shit.
So that was funny.
Was there a heavy fog when you went to work that day?
No. I think it was raining. I think it was raining. But
nice heavy fog, and you guys just disappear into it when you drive away, and he's looking out the window like...
All he sees is the taillights just disappear.
Doors slammed shut.
Yeah. What else we got? Because I have nothing, Zach. You're carrying.
I was in Ohio for work last week, and I got to see the solar eclipse live and in person.
Yeah?
With the naked eye. And actually, I messed up because they're like, don't look at it without the glasses, and you can be, like, before totality, before 100%.
Right.
And I was absolutely sneaking peeks up there when it was, like, half covered, and it still burned my eyes. And, like,
that's probably why they tell you not to do it.
If you understand, you're literally looking at the sun, right?
Yeah, no, but you could, so when you glanced up there, I would go fast and be like, and then I'd look away, but you could see it was, like, half covered.
Hey,
and then, yeah.
How old are you?
Nah, don't worry about that. I know that you're not going to look at the sun. But we
the highest level of education you've obtained.
And then,
DHS.
So we were watching it, and in totality, it's cool. Like, it's like a midnight sky with like a really cool sunset all around or whatever. But Then it went away. We stared at it for the whole 4 minutes, and then I was in my hotel room later that night, and my eyes hurt.
I wonder why.
I think I had sunburn on my eyes,
Wow.
but I'm fine now.
That is incredibly stupid.
Did you get to see 100% eclipse?
No, I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, I had to be in a goddamn shop the entire time.
That sucks. I got to see the eclipse. I was standing in a cornfield
Wow, you're so special.
with 4 of my closest
I
coworkers.
was hoping you would get
That won't happen for another 40 years, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
And
probably
then
be
That's
dead
like
before
20
then.
years. Isn't it? It's like 2040 something?
Yeah.
Who
That's
knows?
20 years. if
I'll get
it's
to watch the next
2040.
one with my kid.
You're going to go out. It's supposed to be on Montana.
Probably not then.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Or the Dakotas or something.
Oh, that's right. It is flipping going
the
the
other
path
way.
of totality.
Yeah.
It's just a dope name, but
The Path of Totality does sound like
It is.
a mission in fucking Dark Souls or some shit. Gage, what are you talking about today?
Well, I was gonna say work stories too, but
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
well, I feel like it's been long enough. I was a
You're coming out.
What?
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 Sorry, go
as
ahead.
the mascot.
I was a mascot for a minor league hockey team at one point, and I was a big ass bird.
It was a
Not to
big-ass
be confused
bird.
with Big Bird. Big ass bird.
I worked in the OHL, and for any listeners out there that know what that is, I was a giant orange bird, and you'll be able to know which one that is. But if you don't know, I was fucking hot wing,
If
okay?
you don't know.
Anyway, there's a lot of stories that I could tell. I'll just tell 2 this time, but we'll start out with the easier story. When a kid told me, what did he say? He said I was a piece of shit.
What'd he say? Oh, yeah, he called me
yeah.
a piece of shit. That's right.
Yeah.
That you are.
Fuck you. This kid was 7 or 8 years old. I was sitting on the stairs of the arena. I was getting ready to do something for the event, throwing a t-shirt or something like that, and this kid comes up behind me, taps me on the shoulder, and I was getting ready to just be in character and mascot, and he's like, you're a piece of shit, right? And he just runs away up the stairs, and I'm just flabbergasted, and the people around me are just looking at me like, why did he just say that?
How old was he?
I just
He
said
just said.
7 or 8.
Oh, I wasn't.
You would know if you were playing with dice over there.
Sorry.
Playing with my fucking dice over there.
I thought Gage was going to hit us with, I was about to turn around in character, then he called me a piece of shit, so I grabbed him by the shirt collar and was like, listen here, you little shit.
You should. That would have been a more entertaining event. You would have gave him something to be scared about for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Giant fucking mascots.
Are you purposely avoiding saying the team name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I already announced what I was,
Yeah.
but I'm just not saying it.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say the last time I was at one of their games,
Mm-hmm.
there was 4 different brawls that happened. It was awesome.
Yeah. Hockey's fun.
That team.
That team.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That team?
That team.
They got a guy named Wang. It was a lot of fun.
Wait.
First name Chicken.
No. But
Chicken Wang.
Chicken Wang.
my older brother was there with us. You're the one that doesn't want to name names. And he was well inebriated. And we were just screaming. We were right on the glass.
Heckling.
So we were just screaming. We were sitting right next to the opposing team's penalty box.
Nice.
And we were chirping them so hard they actually shut the door. So
Yeah, that's fun. It's always fun to get in their head. Well, speaking of getting in their
Drop your
head,
lid.
Spit my water.
Spit in your water.
Spilled it.
Oh,
so
spilt.
the other story I got is
Spleo.
when I nearly had to fist fight another GM in the
Oh, a
in
mascot.
the league. No,
No.
another GM.
What does GM stand for to you, Colton?
Great mascot.
I'm not fighting myself, okay?
Yeah, he just sees himself in a mirror and he just breaks the mirror
Kicking
you remember
my
who's
ass.
boss.
Kicking my ass. Do you mind?
All right, let's hear about fist fighting a GM.
Nearly. So, underneath the arena, you got on the outside of the bowl. It's just a giant hallway. It's continuous. It goes around the whole outside of the arena. My locker room is next to the away team's locker room, which isn't fortuitous for me because I've had water bottles thrown at me going out of the door, because they're lining up to go on the ice, and my locker room is right there.
It just seems like
It seems like
You don't
they're
get to
planning
be
on their
with the
part.
team.
No, I'm on the
his dick
opposite
was
side
far
of the
too
arena.
big to be with that team.
But so the problem comes up when I think I was just doing open ceremony. I had done the Pledge of Allegiance. I was going back to my locker room. Now there's two ways to go about it. You can either go the whole way around the arena and then go into my locker room, or I can cut through the away locker room, or that hallway that's right there. What's up with you? What?
Nothing. You said Pledge of Allegiance.
That's funny.
I believe you meant national anthem.
National anthem. That is funny.
He said Pledge of Allegiance.
That's funny that they didn't catch it either.
Well, like I caught he said Pledge of Allegiance. I looked at Colton and I was like, he's probably gonna say something.
All right, well,
Sorry.
we did the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
Hey, ASMR. That's
ASMR,
probably
your
super
Kit
loud.
Kat later. Yes, so
Halfway.
national anthem. Sorry. After that, I decided to cut through the away locker room hallway, but there's no one in there. There's no coaching staff. There's no one in there, so it should just be a straight shot to my locker room. Now, there is a curtain that divides the viewing area for my locker room and their side, but most of the time they just have it wide open. So
They watch you change.
no, it's a hallway. There's a curtain in that hallway that divides the hallway so that
I gotcha.
Yeah, he pulled out his chicken wang for the other team.
I
if you
Hey.
my hot wang.
My hot wang. That sounds like a band.
Hot wang.
My hot wang.
The hot wing gang.
No. Anyway, continue.
So I'm right at the curtain threshold, and I hear behind me yelling. I don't think it has anything to do with me. I just think it's somebody fucking yelling. And turns out it's one of the coaches for the away team. I don't remember who it was.
The opposition team.
I want to call him out, to be honest. It was Owen Sound. Owen Sound? Fuck you. I mean, I didn't work with him. Fuck you. It's a hockey team. They hear it all the time, I'm sure.
Oh, is that like the name of the hockey team?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like someone's actual name. I was
No,
like,
Owen Sound is the hockey team.
we're gonna note that.
No, that's the name of the hockey team. So their coach is coming at me yelling. He is beet red. He's bald, so it's pretty visible. It's just like a fucking tomato. Right? And the guy that was with me, he's my handler. He's the one that helps me get to locations.
He's the one who helps me in and out of my bird cage.
He sets my nest for me. So
You guys love birds.
no one's supposed to know about that.
I told you that in confidence, you piece of shit.
Piece of shit. So he's coming at us. Me and my handler are just looking at each other like, why is he yelling at us? And he's like, you're not supposed to be in this fucking hallway. You're supposed to be in your own fucking side of the arena. You're not allowed to be in here. Just baffled, not saying much. And he comes all the way up to us and he's like, next time I catch you motherfuckers in this hallway, I'm going to report you. And I'm like, report us for what? It's our arena.
Yeah, to who?
And
To who?
Animal control, goddammit.
And it's clear that this guy wants to just control the situation, and he's making a huge disturbance. And not knowing that there's a referee that's in the doorway that's separating both of us right now. So he's just hearing a screaming match right outside his door. And this ref comes out in the midst of this guy about to like fake punch us, like doing a bluff charge kind of thing. And he was about to hit one of us, but I don't think he was actually going to do that. He was just,
He like aims for the top of like your head and just like hits it off and he's like, I killed him, no!
killed him.
You killed him.
The big bird.
And he's like, I can knock you on your ass. You don't even know me. And I was like, I know you well enough that you're way out of control right now. You need to go back in your locker room. And he's like, you need to go back in your locker room. I was like, I was before
I'm trying!
before you stopped us. And the ref finally was like, just go in your locker room. I'll deal with this. And I was like, all right. And as we're trying to go in the locker room, he's like, yeah, you better fucking run away. And he tries to close the curtains, like to have the final say. And he's struggling with the curtains to try to close them. And he's like, you pieces of shit. And then he just walks towards his locker room.
Some people's kids.
All right, this thought just popped up into my mind. You remember, like, one of the last episodes we did? We were talking about just re-release Battlefront 1 and 2, and you'll make so much money.
I wanted to bring this up too.
Well, they did.
There's no way they can mess it up, right?
But they messed it up.
But they messed it, and it was by a lot. Like,
yeah, they fucked that deal up.
They had, like, no server space.
You had one fucking job!
Like 1,200 people or something could play?
Yeah.
And that was it.
And even then, like, I think the servers were still fucked up if you got into a game.
I think they said you could have, like, a max of 200 people.
Oh yeah, maybe that was it.
Like, 200 people for an online experience that everybody want to experience this.
Well, it was like, it was something ridiculous, a ridiculously high amount of people, and then the servers could fit 200.
Yeah.
And then there was people that were dedicated to only playing on that server just to keep in the server.
Yeah.
That's like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
I'll say it once, and I'll say it again. Wait.
What?
No, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I am 90% positive there was an FBI agent listening to all of the conversations that we have.
I was just going to say that because...
And, like, they just take our ideas and send them out.
And I'm waiting for our due credit.
I'm sure a lot of people think that, but man...
Like, it's pretty
I'm being a little facetious here, but like the whole Mandalorian show, like that's literally...
We talked about that
our
shit.
Star Wars campaign, like, is that show. And we've been doing that for ever. Like, that's...
Like that,
it's getting ridiculous, guys. If you want the ideas, just contact us.
Right. Like,
I'll sell it to you for a nominal fee. All right. Yeah, I just want my name in the credits.
Right.
I don't even want my name in the credits. Just give me the royalties. Give me my 10 goddamn %.
10%.
Yeah, I'd be happy with 0.2.
Yeah.
0.2.
Yeah, 0.2% of the Mavericks.
2% of the Mavericks. $88 million. That's a whole other story. I'm not great at math.
Like, another example, I was texting Brandon after South Park Stick of Truth came out, like the first video game. I was like, they should do one based on their superhero, like, personas, and, like, you could do all this stuff, and
lo and behold,
like, the next fucking year, they, like, created the superhero one.
I mean, let's be honest, we don't have a patent on good ideas. I'm
No,
just
but
saying.
we might
just
as well
saying
be.
someone's
Jesus
listening.
Christ.
Yeah.
Someone is damn writing this shit down.
There is such a thing as intellectual property.
That's called an IP.
Yeah, and
we do not own the IP to South Park.
To South Park, Star Wars, or Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Those were already made. We're just saying what should be done with them, and then they end up doing it.
Yep.
Well, that's stupid because it's still we're like writing for free for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say I don't mind when it came to the Star Wars one, but
They fucked it up.
what a fucking goose egg.
What a big old goose.
They ruined everything.
You're up, Zach. Give me another topic.
Can I just say
No, you
really,
can't just say
I'm
it.
just really sad at the state of video games.
Yeah, I'm tired of them.
So,
I think
Tired of
it's
them releasing
the
half
same,
finished. You know what I mean?
the same stuff. We went over this last time too.
Yeah.
The
But Helldivers has come out since then. They did not release in that state, other than like there was a couple bugs with crossplay and stuff that I remember.
yeah, but that game has made games great again.
Yeah.
Like
Helldivers is a
Helldivers.
no microtransactions.
Well, there are, but it's
Not
only
required.
for yeah, it's like more cosmetic than anything. Really, it's just the only thing you can buy with those super credits is like armor pieces.
You can buy
the new war.
and the war
passes with.
But that's another
You
thing.
can
Is like,
buy through the war bonds anyway. You can buy super credits anyway.
Right.
You don't have to pay
Right.
for them with real money.
right, but that's another thing is you can also earn all those super credits in a
Yeah,
match.
I just bought the newest War Bond like the last time I played 2 nights ago
Yeah.
with the credits I got from playing the game. I didn't have to
Right.
spend any more extra money.
Like that's how a
You
live
guys
service
wanna play
game
later?
should be. Is and the other thing with the war bonds is like normally when they release like a new season or something
Yes,
that goes away.
Desperately.
But like the war bond, you can just go back and forth
They
to
keep
any war
going,
bond.
yeah.
It's not going.
I have 3 unlocked because I paid the extra $20
Right.
when I got
I
the
did
game
too.
to get the
Super Citizen Edition.
Super Citizen one.
Yes,
So
sir.
I've got 3 different War Bonds that I can go through and and pick and choose whatever I want to buy from.
Like, that's just
Like,
super. That's how live service games should be, and not like Suicide Squad, which is abysmal.
Kill the Justice League?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They had.
What a garbage fire.
They could have done so well with that. All right, that's enough ranting about that. I'm gonna get angry.
Stop! I'm getting mad.
What's the other game that came out that wasn't even like a full $60 recently?
That was good
Yeah,
or bad?
that was good. You guys wanted me to play it. That's the whole reason I got a PC.
Lethal Company?
Lethal Company.
Oh, yeah, that's
Lethal
funny.
Company was $10, and it's phenomenal.
It is. There's a new.
There's a new update coming.
Yeah.
They're already
They
out.
just have a
It's
new
already
update.
out. Yeah, they added the Butler.
Yeah, I see
The Butler.
The
Dude,
Butler.
the Butler looks
New
creepy.
monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
dude.
giant robot now.
We're still gonna mod the shit out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, the Butler is so creepy. If you're alone with him,
Yeah, he'll try to kill you.
but if you're with somebody, he'll just pretend he's sweeping up the floors.
That's so messed up.
He pulls out a knife, but you can kill him with 3 hits of the shovel, and then he drops a knife, then you can use a knife.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's another one that we'll have to play when I get my PC.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. We mod the crap out of it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The best one is the Skinwalker mod.
Yeah,
Oh my
where it like
God.
records
It
your
literally
audio.
records your audio, like everything you're saying to your buddies while you're playing, and then you'll just randomly hear it.
There's
While
a
you're
new-
playing. Like
yeah.
you'll just. I heard myself laughing one time. Like,
so creepy.
We
dude,
did.
it's fucking awesome.
We were playing with Noah, and fucking it goes. Noah's character, he died, but as I'm running away from something, I hear Noah's voice. Why are you running?
Yeah, he watched Noah die,
Yeah.
and then heard Noah's voice go, "Why are you running?" One of my favorite things to do when I'm completely about because one of the best parts of that game is the proximity chat. The whole
Yeah,
it's the
proximity
whole
chat.
reason. Like that game's so fun because like it's entirely off proximity chat, and so sometimes when I'm alone. My favorite thing to do is I call it feeding the skinwalkers, where I just start randomly saying things that the skinwalker could use to like convince. Like I'm like, no guys, it's really me, or like, hey, I'll just start saying that. Like, no, I'm not a skinwalker. It's really me. Like,
Only Zach would know.
and the people we play with started doing it too. Like the one time I died, and our buddy Eric came in late to the session, but he was in the game. Like he was in the game, but he got up to do something. So he comes back, and we were already playing. So he's like, "Well, I guess I'm just on the ship by myself." And he's like, "Well, I know one thing I could do. I'm not a skinwalker, guys." The door, and he just started doing it. Like he's like, "Guys, the door's this way."
Yeah, those are
so
always funny. No, follow it. It's this way.
Yeah.
Those ones are brutal.
The second best mod that we put in that game is the Mimic. Every time you go into that game, there's a main door and a fire
like the
exit. There
Mimic.
might
Yeah, I
be multiple
remember
fire
that.
exits,
Yeah.
but the Mimic.
Like you open it,
You open a
just
fire
like
exit,
mimic
and
door.
it just
Yeah.
a monster just grabs you and it tears you
That
apart.
one is so frustrating because
That
I didn't know
one's
about
so-
it.
I don't know.
It's so great to not tell people it's a thing because, like,
The first time I
I
played
think we
it,
did
I
that
was-
to you. I think we.
I was running out, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here." I had full inventory, and I was like, "Fire exit it is." Not a fire exit.
It's terrifying.
They have a new game similar to that one, and I don't know what the name of it is, but the premise is like you have to go
Murder Corporation.
downstairs. What's that?
Murder Corporation.
I don't know.
Deadly affiliation.
You have to you're like YouTubers, or it's called like Spooky Tuber or something like that in the game.
Spooky tuber.
Yeah, but like you have a video camera with your friends, and you have to videotape like scary shit that's happening below the planet that you're living on. And it's like it's a really neat premise and shit. Like I'll have to show you guys after this, but
Blair Witch the game.
kinda. And like then you take the video that you did, upload it to YouTube, and you have to get so many views in 3 days or 4 days or something like that. So it's essentially Lethal Company for YouTubers. It's a pretty neat premise, but
What's that? You might know it. I think is it Markiplier's making a movie of it. That game where like he's in a submarine on a planet. of blood?
Subnautica.
No. It's like a planet, like something killed a bunch of planets and then made a planet of blood or something like that. The
I
whole
have no idea.
planet is covered in an ocean of blood, and they
No,
send like
Blood Ocean was a Metalocalypse movie that they made.
No, I'm serious. Like this is a real thing. It's like
I haven't heard anything about it.
like a bunch of So he's like they paid a bunch of criminals, or not paid, but they made a bunch of criminals that were like lifers. They're like, we're gonna make you go and find out what's in there, and they send them in like a welded shut submarine, and then like creepy shit starts happening and stuff. Like it's a horror game, and I think it's Markiplier is like making a movie of it.
No, I haven't heard anything.
That's why he wasn't in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
No idea. I'm not hip with the times. I look at every game I have and then decide not to play anything.
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung. Pretty sure it's a
good band name.
Maybe it wasn't a video game. Nope, never mind. This film is an adaptation of the 2022 video game of the same name by David Szymanski.
Oh.
Yeah, it's it's like something happened to I don't know. It's an apocalypse movie or game, and it's like an ocean of blood, and they put them inside a submarine to go try and find I think there's like some resource or something I think is beneath the ocean of blood, whatever. But that's another like horror game that I haven't seen played, but I heard it's pretty creepy.
I just want more games where it's like 4 people with proximity chat. It's like there's another one
has proximity chat.
What's that?
Helldivers does have proximity chat.
Proximity chat.
We just don't use it. We use Discord.
We just Discord.
No, what's the older one? You're trying to figure out what kind of ghost is in a house. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
Phantasma?
Phantasma.
Yeah, you never heard of that? So it's like...
It's literally like Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, it's like you and 4 guys have a van with a bunch of stuff in it, and you take it, and you have to go figure out what kind of ghost is in the house. So, like, you ask certain... Oh my god, that'd be so fun. But it's got proximity chat, and someone I was watching play it, like, the door to the house closed shut while, like, 3 people were outside, and you just hear the other guy on the inside, like... Yeah. And then it just cuts out, and they're like, hey, you okay? They open the door, and he's dead, and they're like, yep. Alright, and they just take his stuff and go back inside.
Proximity chat is fun.
Proximity chat is some of the funniest shit that I've ever seen. Anything else? Do we have anything else?
Nope,
We've only been going for like half an hour. That's not long enough.
Do you think they make a hide and seek game?
Oh,
yeah,
they have
Gmod
to.
hide and seek.
Yeah.
Prop hunt? Alright, well. Prop hunt's a really good example of that.
Okay. I don't. Yeah. Well,
I have nothing.
Try again.
I do
we should
think
play that too.
prop hunt.
So
I enjoy prop hunt. He does not. 'cause
I
he's
love
bad
prop
at it.
hunt.
I just enjoyed the classic Modern Warfare 2 hide and
why am
seek.
I catching strays?
Because you don't like prop hunt.
I don't like prop hunt that much. You think it's just because I'm bad at it? I just think it's dumb.
This
Because
episode's
you're
going to be
bad.
titled Zach.
You prefer murder. I think murder is boring.
Murder is fun as fuck.
What's murder?
Gmod Murder?
Oh, I thought we were just talking about the actual thing.
No, Gmod Murder is an awesome game.
What's the premise of that?
Gmod Murder?
Yeah.
Have you
I've
really
never
not
heard
played
of
that?
it. Yeah.
No, it's well, depending on how many people you have. One guy's a murderer. He's got the knife,
Mm-hmm.
and he's trying to murder everybody without getting caught. And one guy spawns with a revolver.
And he's a sheriff.
He's the detective.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen
And the way,
renditions of that.
There's clues. Usually, it doesn't always have to be played that way, but usually there's like green glowing clues that the other people can gather to earn a gun. And you're trying to figure out who the murderer is.
So essentially Among Us.
Yeah, but like a little different.
Yeah, Trouble in Paris.
Without the tasks, you're just running around trying to find clues. But
Right.
Yeah,
So essentially Among Us.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially.
Oh, that's a game that I
Among
want
Us
to
is
play
fun
again.
too.
That would be fun too. Among Us.
Yeah.
Among Us is fun with the shapeshifter. I
Yeah.
don't remember what they call that one in that game, but
It's like you can change your guy. to
that
look
one will
like
make your
someone
brain hurt. Like it's
Or you know what they the Guardian Angel is very
Yeah.
frustrating.
else.
when the first person killed can actually stop the killer from killing. Like when the murderer goes to kill, when the imposter goes to kill,
Right.
the guardian angel can stop them from being able to do it. Now the good guy doesn't, like the guy he was trying to kill doesn't see it, doesn't know. But yeah, it's very frustrating when you've done everything you can as an imposter to set somebody
Yeah.
up for a kill.
I was literally
Fucking
going to win, and
Yeah.
I was on my second to last kill, and it was bing, and it does a little Guardian Angel thing, and I was like,
It's like a sword hitting a shield. It's like king, you know. It's,
because the whole plan falls apart.
yeah. So my buddy got married
Mhm.
a week ago.
Okay.
And it was a really cool fun time. And the reason I bring it up is because the reception was awesome. And there was a moment where we were dancing. It was like the dancing had just started. So we're still all wearing most of, we ditched the jackets, the coats, because I was one of the groomsmen.
Mm-hmm.
But we were still wearing like all the vests and whatever. It's a wedding, we were wearing the whole outfit. Rented, obviously, the rented tux. And we went out to start dancing, and my buddy Lance, it was the
Macarena.
No, I can't remember what the one where it's like slide to the left.
Electric slide.
Yeah, electric
Cha-cha
slide.
slide.
Or cha-cha slide.
Yeah, maybe that's
Electric slide.
It's a cha-cha slide.
Are you thinking of
And the part where you got it's like
electric shuffle, maybe.
the part where it's the how low can you go part, and you're sitting there and you got to get low to the ground.
To the float.
He busted the front, like a whole crotch of his pants, just exploded open in this group of like 50 people. Like the song's playing, I'm getting down, I'm going, and all I hear is. His pants just exploded. It was so funny. Luckily, his mom didn't live far from where we were at, so he just ran over and he happened to have pants over there. So he
comes back in like basketball.
He came back in jeans. He came back. So he had jeans, the dress shirt, and the vest. But he's got super long hair, and they actually braided up. So he was a whole mood that day.
He was a vibe.
And for like the first, I think the party lasted 3 hours. For the first hour and a half, he wasn't drinking or anything like that.
I thought you were saying like it lasted 3 hours for the first hour.
Yeah,
I was like, that's not how time works.
For the first hour and a half, he was totally sober, but then he started getting into some substances. By the end of the night, we were like cleaning up because we had to be everything cleaned up and out of there by 11 o'clock.
Jesus.
It was a church right here in town, but. He passed out, or not passed out. He got hammered. He got wasted fast. Like it was like I saw him within 30 minutes, and he was totally sober. And then I saw him again. He was hammered. I was like, "What happened?" And he was so drunk. There was these two folding tables right in front of like when you came into the church. Like it was a reception hall kind of. It was a party hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you come into the door and there's two folding tables right there. He just climbed up on top of one and laid down on it and was looking up at the statue of Jesus like above him. And my girlfriend has a video of it, but he's literally going. I think Jesus was a woman. She had, and this is how he said it. He said she had manaculate tits. Manaculate. You can hear my girlfriend just go, manaculate? You mean? And he's like, no, manaculate.
No, manaculate.
No, did you hear what I said? Manaculate.
Jesus was a woman, and she had manaculate tits. He was hammered. It was very funny.
Weddings are a good time.
It was a great time. We did.
Speaking of Colton,
next year.
Okay.
At one point, I was outside because they had the door right behind like the wedding party table, and we stepped outside for a minute, come back in, and just as we came back in, Bohemian Rhapsody started playing. So like all of us groomsmen, the 5 of us and the groom, and then like 3 of our other buddies, all like. Went like shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other, and we were singing along with the entire song, just swaying in the corner of the room. And it was a lot of fun. But when it got to the metal part where the fucking guitar kicks in, I was being dumb and I broke off and I just started headbanging as hard as I could, just like throwing my head around. I woke up Sunday morning pretty sure I gave myself whiplash. I could not move my neck, dude. It was bad. I remember, I'm like, dude, I didn't know I could do that to myself. It hurt. It was bad. But it was also awesome. I wouldn't change it for the world. Because then we went and watched WrestleMania the day after that, which was awesome.
Yeah, I wish I would have watched that.
It was a lot of fun. We watched both days because he got married, didn't know that WrestleMania Day 1 was happening. So we were like, nobody look at Twitter, nobody look at anything. We're going to watch it tomorrow. No spoilers. And we did. We watched Day 1. We started at like 3 o'clock and went until like midnight watching Day 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Jeez. It was awesome, dude. It was a lot of fun. You got a bunch of guys that like just go with it and just like we half make fun of it, half love it. Like
take it for what it is.
Half the best thing you've ever seen in your life, half the most stupid garbage. Like
We should get WWE on the Xbox and get a Royal Rumble going.
We should.
Make
now that I had
characters.
a 360, I was remembering, WWE 15 with John Cena on the cover where we made.
Is that the one we had?
You made a lot of
We were
characters.
talking about this in one of the
I know, we were.
Namdurels and Spider-Man.
Cat in the Hat.
Let's fucking go to Play On after this. I'm so fucking serious.
I wanna-
It's probably $5.
We should just.
Just get it, if we're good enough for the Xbox, because I don't have any old consoles, we'd have to just buy it on the store.
Unless it's backwards.
It's not. I guarantee
It's not. Go fuck
No,
yourself.
I'm saying it's not.
If not, you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure most of the discs won't play on an Xbox One X.
Actually.
It depends. But yeah, I mean, we can just get on the game store, but the only ones they're going to have are 23 and 24,
That's what I'm
and you're not
saying.
going to want to pay $60 for that.
No.
Yeah, and
So
Do
yeah,
you
we
not
should-
have a WWE game?
No. Why would I?
he hates WWE, you stupid fuck.
unless we're doing what we're doing.
Unless we're about to make 800 characters over the course of the next 4 hours
All of
to
them
watch
have-
one Royal Rumble.
The 50-minute Royal Rumble.
You have to watch for 30 minutes, maybe.
No, we got to. We got to.
Okay, I'll look it up.
No, I'll look it up.
No, I'll look it up.
Are we all looking it up?
Is,
Yeah,
is what is it? 2K15 backwards compatible? Look, it's auto-filled, so it probably is.
Boom.
The one with John Cena on the front.
John Cena.
Any of the WWE games? No, none of the 360 era ones are backwards compatible. Only the 2K series from the Xbox One era, starting with WWE 2K15.
Let's fucking
So
go.
2K15 is? Or 16, 17, 8, any of the 2Ks.
Is that it? What
Is 2K15 the good one?
Reread that
One
sentence?
era. Hang on. None of the 360 era ones are backwards compatible. Only the 2K series from the Xbox One era, starting with WWE 2K15.
So it starts there. And that's the one that's...
So did you have it on the Xbox One?
He had it on the
I
360.
had it on the 360, but it is...
It must have come out when the
on both.
Xbox One was out. You just had it for the 360.
Yeah,
Okay. Who cares?
but that's good news for us.
Maybe. I was just at Play on Friday.
Where are you getting?
I was looking for GameCube games.
Ooh.
Smash Brothers Melee.
Mario
I
Party?
have Melee.
Was it Melee or Melee?
Melee.
That's what I thought.
That's what I say.
That's what I say. I figured you'd know because
That's
you're.
what I says.
I figured
I says
Wait, how do you
Melee.
say it?
Melee.
I said Melee.
Yeah.
Melee. Yeah.
Melee.
I've heard Melee. Melee. I've heard Melee too. And that pissed me off.
I'm a lead.
Like,
Melee.
lady.
Melee.
the old logistics manager, Bill,
Used to call them memes.
he used to
Or
call them
memes. Used to call
memes.
memes. Memes.
He would call them memes.
So you good memes
Unironically,
lately?
we shared an office, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I saw this meme the other day," and
This memo.
I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
This memo.
Oh, that guy was a pussy. We had like these kids. We had these.
There's the snot rocket.
For your audio listeners out there
These-
that you just choked on water.
We had these calendars, and they had the bikini chicks on them. And he made an upper manager come in and take the one off of his side because it was offensive to his wife. His wife, who never came to the office ever once.
Do you remember? You remember when he was putting
Shows
in
you
his
where's
2
the
weeks
pants
and he
about.
became like just like the most
Awful.
don't give a fuck
He slept in his
person.
car.
He became the most don't give a shit guy I've ever
Yeah.
met in my life. He's like, what are they gonna do? Fire me? I was like, I mean, that's fair.
Legit. All he did was fucking. He would sleep. He would literally show up to work, do like 20 minutes, but I'm gonna go and take a nap. And everybody was like, "Why didn't you tell us he was doing that?" We're like, "Because it makes more sense for us to honestly just not have to deal with him."
Because it's actually faster
Sometimes
if
you
he
have
does.
those people.
Did I don't know if I told the story on here of when we were unloading a generator for my dad's truck.
I've heard this story, but I don't think you did it on the podcast. I don't know. The last time we recorded was 6 months ago.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to watch it again. I'll save that one for next time,
Okay.
just in case.
Yeah, you go home tonight. You watch all 3 of the episodes. You let me know.
Isn't there? Don't we have 4 already?
No, I told you
before
the
this?
4th one was
It's
lost in
dead.
space time.
Oh,
It died.
I forgot.
Hey, you can't say that in the mic.
You gotta cut this part. This is the 4th episode.
Yeah, no.
This is right after Thanksgiving, don't you know?
We should just release this as episode 5. Not that anybody gives a shit.
That would be funny.
Just skip it.
It's going to be called
And then, like,
the Lunch Table Podcast.
Nobody's listening, but-
The title is going to be Episode 4. Wait, I mean 5.
There you go.
Episode 4, the 5th recording. That's what
All right, that's actually funny. That's good. That's good.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah.
So, any other topics?
Zach, I know you have a list.
Yeah,
I do, yeah. I could keep going.
Yeah, run through it.
Run through it.
run through me.
So I have here written crazy coworkers, and the reason I wrote that down is because one of the guys I started.
Because you have crazy coworkers.
Yeah, so one of the guys I started working with.
Wow.
When I started the job that I've been working at for 2 years now, there was a guy there named Jake. I'm not gonna give any other details than that, but his name was Jake, and he was going through a divorce when I hired in, and he went psychotic. So he's freaking. I think he was a sniper, a spec ops sniper. So he was actually like a badass dude.
These ingredients are.
This is making for.
He came into work one time and he had gotten new tattoos on all of his. They were on his fingers. I don't know, like the upper, like the right after your first knuckle.
Oh, finger tats?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your flaws.
You flawed?
I don't know
phalange tattoo.
but he had a bunch of finger tattoos, like right after the first knuckle. And one of them I think it was his ring finger on his left hand, was the fucking Grim Reaper, and underneath the scythe was a bunch of tally marks. And just casually, like, yeah, so this was my unit. This is the number of times I was. What's the term? It's not dispatched. It's
deployed.
Yeah, my tours. That's it. The number of tours I did, and he's like, "This is my body count." And then, and I was like, "Huh?" Yeah. 'Cause it was like 6. Like it was like a 5, and then another. Like I was like, he's like, "Yeah, it's how many? Yeah, it's my confirmed kills." I was like, "Oh Jesus, okay."
Wow.
It's like, but anyway, he's going through a divorce with, by the way, my boss's wife's cousin. So like, this is just like.
It's a little
That
awkward.
sounds messy.
Yeah. So we were working down at Grosse Pointe, building a shop, an actual like shop front. But anyway, the doors were wide open because it's the middle of the summer. It's hot as all can be.
Mhm.
And he would just be on the phone with like his lawyer or his mom or whatever, talking about the divorce. And so many times he'd just be on these rants. And I think I heard him at least 4 times be like, "I'm just gonna go over there and I'm gonna rip her fucking head off." And I just remember thinking like, I don't think you can say that, man. Like, I was like, if something
shouldn't be saying that.
I'm like, dude, if something, God forbid, happens to her, you're going to jail. There's no trial.
Yeah.
There's no, if...
You're indicted. You're right
You
there.
want to talk
like-
about crazy coworkers? My foreman right now, he's gotten into this habit of while we're driving to the job site, he flicks his pocket knife open and closed while we're driving.
Jeez.
Ooh. It's Luke. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it." I was like, "I don't like that." And
This
then
guy...
he goes to merge, and some lady's merging in front of him. He points the knife out. And he's like, "Yeah, go." He goes, "Ooh, that could be perceived as a threat."
Really?
Yeah, I put that down, man.
You want to talk about crazy coworkers? I got one who's his own son's uncle.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I work with
just
an
say?
uncle.
He's
a
brother.
dunkle.
He's
Yeah.
a brother uncle.
No, he's a dunkle.
An uncle?
So wait, hang on.
So,
hang on.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you what the story
His wife
of
cheated on him with his brother and he didn't know when he was a kid?
even crazier, all right?
Okay.
Whoa.
This
His
has to be
brother
messy.
married this girl, okay? They had a kid. They were married for however many years.
Right.
He then proceeds to get with this girl, and she divorces his brother, and now the son calls this guy dad. Like, legitimately dad. Kisses on the lips, everything.
Oh, God.
The kid is 18 years old.
God.
Kisses his dad on the lips?
An 18-year-old kisses his dad on the lips?
Wow.
A guy that's not his real dad?
Is he gay?
Technically, it's his uncle. Like, biologically, it's his uncle.
I shouldn't have said that like that.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Well, it's a genuine question.
Cut that out.
What did you say about Tom Brady?
I said something
He
about
said
Tom Brady.
anything about Tom Brady.
Tom Brady kisses the son on the lips.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, no. So I work with a dunkle.
Huh.
I'm not even going to say his first name because on the off chance that he...
Don't dignify him.
Yeah.
We don't,
He doesn't need a shout
So
out.
maybe you should listen to my podcast, buddy from work.
He's a weird guy.
Timestamp it for him.
Dylan, no offense, but if you're saying that,
Yeah. No, that should give you a couple, like...
That's giving me
Ideas.
that's a reason for pause.
Yeah, that's because you're one of the weirder guys I know.
Yeah, that's good.
And I mean that not offensively.
Right, no, I don't take it offensively.
Weird doesn't have to mean offensive.
Weird doesn't have to mean bad weird, but
No,
he's
But
bad
in a
weird.
good weird,
He's bad weird.
Somebody's weird. He's probably a bad kind of weird. I'm just doing the math here.
Right. The math just ain't
Good weird minus bad weird.
If a good weird guy says someone's weird,
Great
he's
weird.
probably creepy, alright?
Fucking weird. It's like that thing where it's like, if somebody says you're ugly, they're just being mean. But if a kid says you're
Yeah.
ugly, you're fucking
You're
ugly.
That's the worst part. If you
Have you
You go
seen
to
that
some
wedding
kid's
video
birthday party?
of a kid saying that? Of the bride? It's the bride going down the aisle, and it's
God.
a wedding video, and you hear this kid say, "Aw, she's ugly."
oh my god.
I have seen that.
And it's on her wedding video.
wedding day.
It's on her wedding video.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
her video,
awesome.
so she has to listen to that.
If someone says that about my sister
But I
at
do-
her wedding, I'm punting.
I
the
do.
camera.
There comes a time. Look, I don't like when girls wear a lot of makeup, and I know that girls don't care about my opinion, but there comes a point where it's like, bitch, you look like a circus clown. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I don't even know how you keep your chin up with that 5 pounds extra on your face.
Anyway,
Okay.
Colton's had his rant.
I'm the asshole now. You guys are a bunch of simps. No, baby.
I was gonna say,
you don't look like a
have
circus
girlfriends
clown.
now.
Fuck you guys.
No, I mean, there's
I mean, they probably
can
know what the
agree.
heck. You know what
women
I mean?
out there that will do too much. Yeah,
Thank you.
I think makeup can look good in moderation. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't even know that I'm wearing makeup.
Right.
I hope it caught the pencil dropping onto the table. It's just.
Alright. Well,
Anyway, so after this, we're going to the game store,
I thought we were.
or are you just getting it on there?
I'm gonna look for it on there.
I don't think
First.
you can't get it.
What are you talking about? Didn't you just have a 5-minute conversation about how you could?
Yeah, 23 or 24 on the game store.
Let
You
me-
can't get 15.
Let
off
me
the
at
game
least check
store.
on the game store before we go down there.
Okay, that's fine.
Cover our basis.
Yeah. If I don't have to leave, I don't want to.
I agree, but unless you want to pay for 23.
Podcast listener. Shut the fuck up.
I have no idea what you were whispering to them, but I just heard shut the fuck up.
podcast listeners.
Okay.
Alright, not for you guys. You can keep talking.
Well, I can't now.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine if you had your own recording studio.
Well, I don't, so.
Yeah, no shit.
Here, I'll boost your sound that way they can hear you.
Great.
Turns a water bottle on the table.
My soundboard.
I have the soundboard.
Everybody knows Colton's the one in charge of the soundboard.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Hey, could you boost the
High five,
game?
Zach. What's up?
Could you boost the game?
Boost the game.
The game.
Gain.
Oh, gain. Yeah, no problem. It sounds like paper because it's a cheap soundboard.
Because it's a paper soundboard.
Soundboard made of paper.
You've always been jealous of me and my soundboard capabilities.
Colton, you tell me the name of this cord.
Cord.
That was a cord.
Ox.
No.
I don't know it, but I
Oh,
know
fuck
it.
you.
I don't know it, but I know he would. So
It's not an aux cord.
No. An aux is what you plug into your phone.
auxiliary.
I know auxiliary. How is that not auxiliary?
It's not.
You want to get into a debate on the technicalities of the auxiliary?
I just call it a mic cord, but
Dumbass.
That's absolutely not. You tell me that's not an aux cord. What's the definition of an aux cord?
It's not an aux cord.
How? I'm looking.
It's what are you talking about?
5mm jack is
It's 100 times the diameter of a fucking aux cord. Look at this thing.
an aux cord is normally a 3.5 millimeter jack.
Yeah, this is a lot bigger than that. I don't have a measurement.
It might be.
Did you look that up?
No.
Aux cables typically consist of a male 3.5 millimeters. You're fucking. You are weird.
Sorry, I know audio equipment.
One end is plugged into the audio output source, such as a smartphone, MP3 player, computer, or audio device.
That's
It's
not an audio device.
A microphone's not an audio device.
No, this records it, not plays it.
Yeah, an audio device is something that would play it.
Gage, take my fucking back.
Bro, where are you on this one?
The other end is connected to the audio input of another device, such as speakers, headphones, car stereos, or audio receivers.
No.
A microphone is not an audio receiver.
I mean,
I got you.
It does receive the
I
audio.
got you, bitches.
I got
One
you.
part of my point.
I got you. Yeah. You guys are arguing a mute
I
point
think
now.
it means like
A microphone is an audio input device. Yes or no?
Audio input?
Receiving. Audio receiving device.
it's an external receiving audio device.
Jesus.
Look, you basically just said it was.
I'm just saying, if you want to argue semantics, we can be here all night.
Whoa, I'm not anti-Semitic at all.
Nobody cares about etymology.
Anti-Semantic. Whatever you said.
Anti-Semitic.
Anti-semantic.
Oh.
He said he wanted to argue semantics. Well,
All right.
You gotta-
let me just wipe that whole section out.
Keep that.
Just a long beep.
Let's just cut the entire audio
That was the
talk.
best thing to come out of that whole fucking conversation. Oh, God.
Anyway.
A mic cable, but it could be a mic. It could be an XLR. I don't know.
Jesus, can we move on from this topic?
No, now I gotta know.
No. Gage, zip it.
Bria, you didn't want to take sides, and now you have to fucking see this thing through.
All right.
Fuck you.
Oh,
So-
it is an XLR. It's an XLR cable.
Extra large radio.
One time I was
XLR is just short
working
for
at a
aux.
restaurant called Buc-ee's, and
Auxiliary.
the
Auxiliary.
fucking manager locked me in the freezer. By
What?
accident.
Dun dun. Special effects unit.
Netflix opening.
What's 30 divided by 4?
30 divided by 4.
How the fuck
15?
should I know?
No.
I was in a special
like
math
7.5,
class.
8.
Alright, so we each have to make 7.5
7.5.
WWE characters.
So we just hand it off halfway through one of them.
30 divided by
Well, that just means we make two.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
We just make two extra ones.
No, we
That's
make
Two
listen,
halves make
No,
one.
listen.
Gage,
And
just
then-
listen.
and
Just
then
listen.
eight.
We do
Just listen.
we do 7 each,
10.
and then someone starts with half of one.
Right.
And then they
And
hand it off halfway through
And
it,
you
and the
gotta
other one
finish it.
finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like a combo.
Let's do it. Let's
This is gonna be
doing it
fun.
right now.
We,
All right.
we should get
Okay.
this shit
We
wrapped
can
up
wrap.
so we can go to play on before they close. It's Sunday.
Oh, yeah, fuck. It's 3:30 already.
All right.
I think
You guys
they
wanna
close
wrap?
at 5.
Yeah, we can wrap this
All
up.
right. Well,
It was,
it's been fun.
wrap it up.
I just want to.
That was the podcast. Thanks for listening. Well, you gotta keep going. Oh, podcast time.
This is the worst beat I've ever heard.
Oh,
There's no downbeat.
podcasts. Oh my god. Oh.
All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
just want to say Sakin is almost to 50 subs. Go subscribe.
What is?
Sakin?
It's
Oh,
the other
Sports
channel.
Action Crew Network.
Not even close.
No, Self-Aware Comedy Network.
Yes.
Oh,
We're at 49 right now.
what's the podcast channel? Fat Fuck
Have you not
with a
subbed?
PH.
Yeah, it's the Fat Funk.
I'm sub to him.
It's the Fat Funk.
The Fat Funk. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
It used to be fucking, and they thought,
Now it's time to
PG-13.
Get funky.
Well, PH. That could be Vietnamese.
Could be.
Fuck, you know.
Fook.
Fuck.
Hey, I want to leave off on a little actual
on a high note?
Yeah. Did you know
No, I didn't.
that when
If you push
see
the subscribe button, you will subscribe.
that if you hit the like button, it'll come up as a little blue thumb, and then if you hit
On
subscribe,
Facebook.
it'll have a little bell next to it, and then you click that.
Yeah, it's
and you
white
get
on
notifications.
YouTube, Gage.
I actually hate notifications.
Yeah, me too.
Well, tough shit, just mute them. Get the notifications, but mute them.
What does a notification bell do for you? It's literally for me. It's for
What
my.
can it do for
It's
you?
for my. What does it do for you?
What's it do for us? I'm
It
pretty
does
sure.
nothing on your end. It's literally for the consumer.
No, I'm pretty sure it helps
can
the
do for
algorithm.
you?
It
That's
helps
the
the
question.
algorithm.
Yeah, it helps us get like
It's an
recommended.
algorithm thing. Yeah.
For what?
The more
Helps you get
people,
more
the more people that have like bells rang.
the more likely it's like when somebody searches podcasts, it's more likely to be.
We would
Think
get
about
put
this.
up.
Like if you had a little bell next to your desk, right? And every time someone wanted to watch you and they sub to you, they hit that bell.
I
And then
get
another person, they just heard that bell down the hall. They're like, why the fuck did someone ring a bell? So they come over to your desk, see there's a fucking bell, they ring the goddamn bell. Then another person in your same office was like, why is someone ringing a goddamn bell? Now there's two bells. I heard it. Then a third bell rings. Then you have the whole fucking office wondering why there's bells ringing in the goddamn office. So they all come to your desk. And then you all get 500,000 subs.
Is that not what likes are for? I thought the bell is literally just for notifications. How is that algorithm? That's what the views is based on.
All we're saying is ring that bell.
That legit.
Okay, bye guys.
Yeah.
And
To the couch.